Good morning, this is John Recover, Independent Pamper Chef Consultant. Don't mind me, I am like, this is me, raw. No makeup, no nothing. And so I just want to show you how I make my chicken go further. I have here I took this out of my freezer. It's a carcass from a small chicken that I had cooked over the summer, probably a little earlier in the summer, and I had roasted. So I left just a little bit of meat on it, and I put it in my freezer. And I've also got some veggie scraps. And these ones are peppers, and it's like some carrot, and I've got some baby carrots and some tomatoes here. These were vegetables, and I have some celery here. These are all vegetables that were not spoiled, that were softer than, they're like a day just before they started to begin to spoil. These, and I'm gonna grab an onion also, and some garlic. And I'm going to put it all in a pot. I started to put a little bit of water. This is the Brilliance, a quart pot. So, you can use whatever variation you want, except I did read up that anything in the broccoli family is not so good for broth. It gives it, again, a bitter taste. I'm just gonna quarter them. Got my stainless steel forged knife. I always say it wrong. Sanuco, I know it's not, that's not the way you say it. But anyways, that's all right. I'm just gonna throw those in there. And as you can see, and I'm gonna put a few sprigs of herbs too. I might run outside. I have some lemon thyme, and I will fill it up with water more than this. And then what I'll let it do is I'll just let it boil. You can let it boil for, I would do at least a couple hours, like 2 hours for a decent broth. I'm gonna try to cut this. I want at least a couple of these bones. Again, this is frozen. So any bones that you can cut in half will allow the flavor of the marrow. Here we go. Oh, you probably just missed that, but I just cut this through with my chef's knife. Because again, the marrow will give a nice rich flavor to the broth. I'm gonna go out and get some thyme. All right, so I'm out here and it's very frosty. And I'm going to get my kale. Frost actually, this kind of frost actually makes kale taste better in my thyme. I just love thyme. Look at my lemon thyme. Oh, it's got flowers on it. Isn't it beautiful? So I'm going to just snip some of the sprigs. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm just going to throw in some whole peppercorns. I just like the looks of those. These are onion tops. I picked some onions the other day, and they still have some flavor. So rather than actually use this onion, since I'm going for saving money as well, I'm cooking good, yummy food, healthy food, and also saving money. I'm going to save this onion for later because it'll keep a lot longer than these onion tops. I'm just going to cut them loosely. This will give flavor to my soup. They should. And I can always add onion after the broth. Again, this is a broth I'm making that I will use to make soup with later. And I've got my thyme. I've got my lemon thyme. My gosh, I just love it. And I did pick some regular thyme. And what's really cool about this is put it in your liquid, and then when it's all done, these little leaves will fall off on their own. And I'm gonna add, I love Himalayan salt. I don't know, I just like the flavor. I'm gonna be generous with it. Fill enough water to cover it, as you can see. So I'm gonna probably fill this up at least 3/4. Okay, so I've got this all filled up until it's just covered. And you can see, look at that. Got the onion and the celery, got some carrots and tomatoes, and peppers. And I'm just using what is already. I could throw in more. I could throw in some potatoes, sweet potato. You could do squash. You know what? I should take a peek in my fridge just to see, because you never know. Maybe there's something I forgot about. So I guess this is going to be a lot of green stuff. I found some Swiss chard. I'm just going to throw that in there because that's going to be extra, just vitamins or whatever. And maybe this is overkill, but I found some ginger, so I just chopped it up loosely. and I can't wait now. Sadly, my kids, soup isn't their favorite. They'll eat soup, they'll eat what's in the soup, but they don't like the broth. And for me, oh my gosh, the broth is the best part. This looks really good. Let me see if I can show you a little closely. Look at that. The carcass is at the bottom, and then that's cut up about 3 different places to get some of that flavor from the marrow, and salt and pepper and get the veggies. So yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring this to a boil, and then I'll cover it, and I'll probably just move it to my simmer burner to once it comes to a boil, and just let it simmer for at least for the morning. Just gonna let it go. I'm not sure yet whether I'll just put it aside for broth to make soup later, or if I'll actually make soup. I can put other things in there. Oh, garlic! I've got to put garlic. Making my own broth, I mean, not only does it save money, you know exactly what's in it. Not, you know, how much salt is in there, but also, and, you know, if I had a canner, I could can it. Oh, that would be amazing. My mom has a canner. I should just make it and ask her if she'll either can it for me or show me how to do it and bring her canner over. That's, you know, if I plan that, I could do that. That's actually a really good idea. I'm not going to use my garlic press because I'm not going to mince this. This is just how I peel the garlic. So I divide the cloves out, and just like that, I just smash. And it's kind of fun, actually. I'm just going to use this whole thing because as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to garlic, less is not more. I love garlic. The beauty of this is there'll be enough flavor in this broth that when I make it into a soup, if I want to add other things, more onions or garlic or whatever to it, more flavoring, I can, but it's not necessary. It will have enough flavor to hold its own. So I'm just cutting these just to help release some of the flavor. There we go. Okay, just go like so. I've got plenty of garlic, and I also forgot bay leaves. And you know, the best place to, these are just in my own jar, and I need to make another trip to the health food store. The best place to buy anything I don't buy from Pampered Chef for spices, because Pampered Chef doesn't sell whole bay leaves, I get at the health food store, and it is a fraction of the cost of buying it at the grocery store, and it's fresher. It's just so much. So I'll buy several of these. I'll fill this jar right up. This is just looking so good, and I haven't even turned it on yet. Turned on my burner. Could have had the burner going while I was chopping. So I'm so excited and can't wait. It just looks so good, so good. I just like, I want soup now. I could have soup for breakfast, broth for breakfast, just like the ultimate comfort. Hi there, it's me again. I was just trying my broth. And yeah, I know, it looks like I just stayed in my pajamas all day. I didn't. I actually spent several hours pressure washing my deck. And so I've been outside all day, felt grimy, so I came in and decided I would change, and since I'm not going anywhere, so I just put my pajamas back on, just because I can. So, yeah, I've got my scoop and drain right here, which I love this. And I'm taking out, see, look at the thyme stems. The thyme just came right off all by itself. And so what I'm doing here is I'm taking out the bay leaf. And I'm actually gonna put some of these vegetables, not all of them, but just some of them. I found this trick, and I've never seen it anywhere. It's just something I thought of doing, and it hasn't killed me yet or anything. So I will put some of these vegetables. I'm going to get all the bones and the meat right off. Some of these vegetables I'm going to put back in the liquid, and I'm going to use my immersion blender. And I don't know, I just found that it just gives it a richer flavor for some reason. And then some of the meat I'm actually going to pick off and just why waste that and throw right back in the soup. But I don't want that to go and be blended in. So I actually have some turkey meat that I froze, and that I will use. So I'm just gonna throw this one right in the trash. I big. Much bigger than I thought it was when I bought it. And I might have more than what will fit in my batter bowl. We'll see. I like my batter bowl because it has a spout, easy to pour. I'm not gonna be able to fit it all in here. Definitely not. But look at that. I have very little to strain out actually with this scoop and strain. This has just made my life so much easier. Look at this gorgeous broth. Look at that. Oh. Let's see if I can put some in a small batter bowl. Just a little bit left. There we go. My pan is empty. And that's all I had left. I highly recommend this scoop and strain. It's the first time I've used it, and I'm really liking it. So I'm gonna put the broth right back in here. 12 cups of broth. That is really awesome. And this is the easiest I have ever had straining my broth. So just put some of this back in because I find, and then it actually thickens it a little bit too. And I'm just gonna use my immersion blender. All right, so I've got my broth. It's nice and thick, and oh, it's really nice. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. I'm telling you, I don't know why, but pureeing some of the veggies back in there just really, I don't know. It just makes it so good. So that's my budget saving tip. 12 cups of broth to use right away, or I can freeze to use later. Just, it tastes so much better than store-bought, so much healthier for you. Save your bones, your chicken bones, your chicken carcasses, or turkey, and save them. Put them in the freezer if you can't use them right away, if you don't have time, if you're busy like me and you can't get to everything right away. And even those veggie scraps, put some in the freezer, and then when you're ready, when you're home, if you have a day you're not going anywhere and maybe you're just cleaning around, working around the yard, and you know that this just cooked while I did some pressure washing. Halfway through the pressure washing, I came in and turned the stove off, and the Brilliance cookware, nothing. This simmered all day, nothing stuck to this pan at all, as you saw. So anyways, make some soup.